Welcome to Peculiar Stories, where we explore the fascinating world of near-death experiences and offer new perspectives on the meaning of life and death. Our goal is to shed light on these profound stories, deepen your understanding of life, and provide valuable insights to our audience. Whether you're new here or simply joining us again, we're thrilled to have you on this journey. If you enjoy what we do, consider subscribing to our channel to stay updated on our latest content, and don't forget to hit the like button to help our content reach a wider audience. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be transported to the edge of life and beyond. I'm sure you'll love this NDE. Without further ado, let's get to the story. My name is Gina Fernandez. At the age of 8, I had a near-death experience due to drowning. I was underwater for around 22 minutes. The same angel was seen by 3 brothers, surprisingly transcendent experience. My father took me and my 2 brothers, ages 10 and 11, fishing in the Rio Guaiba in Porto Alegre, Brazil, when I was 8 years old. It was a hot and sunny day. When we arrived, my father was setting up camp when we asked if we may wander upstream a little. He initially replied no, but after some pleading, he agreed, but warned us not to go in the water, which he repeated several times. We began walking near the lake till we came to a shrub that was half on land and half on water. I can't remember who thought of going in the river and grabbing the shrub to get to the other side. My 10-year-old brother Marco went first. He took a few steps and I don't remember how he lost his footing, but he did, and he fell. Then my older brother Carlin tried to assist him and drowned. I'm not sure why, but I went after them. We had no idea how to swim. I began to panic because I was terrified. I remember attempting to breathe but failing because water was entering instead of oxygen. I recall feverishly moving my arms and legs in an attempt to save my life. I remember my body hitting things underwater. I'm not sure what was hitting me, but it hurt. The river was flowing quickly from west to east towards the ocean that day. I'm not sure how much time had passed, but I couldn't move any longer. I remember drifting beneath water before hitting the bottom. I couldn't see anything since the water was brown. "Please, God, help me!" I screamed as I realized I was dying. My mother used to drive me to church. I'm not sure how, but I knew God was the only one who could assist me. That's when I realized my life was coming to an end. Suddenly I heard the most soothing voice tell me to relax and that everything would be fine. I suddenly felt arms around me, and I realized it was a man who was really nice and compassionate. I was overjoyed and perplexed at the same time. We were suspended in midair. I then realized I wasn't dead, at least not yet. I could tell we were climbing quickly. My sufferings were gone, and I could finally breathe again. My body was no longer solid. I could see straight through it, but I could still feel myself. Then I noticed that we were moving slowly towards this light. When we came close to the light, it completely swallowed me. It was brighter than the sun, but it didn't bother my eyes. The angel that had been with me bid goodbye and faded away. For a brief moment, I floated there, wondering, what's going on? I felt connected to everything, and I felt connected to everything. It's difficult to describe. Then I realized I wasn't alone. I could see the shape of a man approaching. When he came close enough, I felt the most wonderful sense of love and belonging. There are no words to convey these sentiments in my human mind. Sorry. Consider yourself in an airplane that explodes. Eventually, you realize it was all a dream. That sort of thing. I was relieved that I wasn't really dead. But where am I? That location seemed more real than this one. This angel, as I call them, approached my right side and talked to me, but his lips did not move. He was speaking directly to my mind. I was able to hear him through my mind, being, and soul. He informed me he was there to answer my questions, and boy did I have questions. But first he began to show me my life as if it were a movie. Hard to explain. My life was regressing. How bad can this be? I remember thinking. I'm 8 years old. The first image I saw was of something I did wrong. I used a key to scratch a car. I could feel the pain that my actions had inflicted. Suddenly I recall thinking, oh no, I'm in big trouble. Don't worry, these are merely teachings. My angel astonished me. Oh crap, he can read my mind too, I thought. He heard me and gave me this great, lovely smile. This movie was depicting my entire existence, second by second. Everything I saw had an effect on me. Everything I did had its own personality. For example, I felt the owner of the car's emotions and thoughts. And later he informed his wife about it. I could feel her suffering as well, and on and on. This is not a good sensation. He didn't simply show me the awful things I did. He also showed me the things I did out of love. He showed me the time I took this homeless youngster with whom I became friends. I brought him home with me. We showered together, ate together, and I gave him some of my things as well. I could feel how delighted I had made my angel. He told me that those are the things that truly count, the things that will make a positive change in the world. As time passed, I saw myself as a newborn inside my mother, then as a molecule of life, incredibly, extremely small, but alive. I want to cry now when I watch ladies having abortions. They don't comprehend that God chose them to have this child for a reason. Child. I'm not sure how I know that, but I do. The video then came to a halt, and he stated 2 words that addressed every question I had. This is similar to a package deal. All of my inquiries were answered in an instant. Eventually, I began to miss my previous existence. I began to think of my mother, and I could sense her anguish when she learned that all of her sons had died. Because it wasn't my time, I knew my angel was showing me this. My mission was not completed. What is the mission? I'm still not sure. I have no idea how long all of this took. I had lost track of time. Yet if I tried, it would take me years to show and tell everything. Nonetheless, I was missing my life and wished to return. I remembered playing soccer with a friend, being hugged by my mother, the sun, the rain, and other joyful memories. I also knew my angel did this for a reason, because no rational person would wish to return. For the first time, I realized how lovely and delicate the earth truly is. I could feel the land breathing as if it were alive. A light surrounded everything that was alive, including trees, flowers, grass, animals, volcanoes, and humans. I had the impression that people had dominion over other living things, and the word, aura, has stayed with me ever since. I'm not sure why, but the angel urged me not to tell anyone, and that time will disclose everything. What? I exclaimed. But suddenly I felt a jolt in my soul, like I were back in my body. I was being hugged by another angel the next thing I knew. He was yanking me from the sea. That's when I understood I was human again. Oh my God, what a sensation. I wish I could make everyone feel like that. Then I felt inebriated, and the first thing I saw was this gorgeous blue sky, and I was able to breathe again. Where are my brothers? I wondered. When I looked to my right, there they were, walking out of the water alongside me. Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you, thank you, I'm crying just thinking about it. Our God and Father has been so generous to us. Then I noticed people racing towards us, some crying, some happy and hugging. They were as thrilled as I was. Why? Then, while talking on his radio, this police officer exclaimed, I found them! I found the kids! The other officers were hunting for us downriver, where they assumed we were, so he told the others to come upriver. They arrived after a few minutes and exclaimed, This can't be them. They couldn't stay underwater for 22 minutes and talk about it. The medical personnel present agreed with them, and they all returned downriver. I was attempting to explain what had happened, but I couldn't. I mean, my lips was moving, but there was no sound coming out of it. Please give me my voice back. I won't tell anyone, I said to the sky. I regained my voice. I stutter a little today, but it doesn't bother me. They could still be looking for us, for all I know. I'm not sure which is better, being back here or knowing we'll never die. Today, I strive to do everything with love and take things as they come. However, that can be difficult at times because we live in an unpredictable world. Humans are unaware of God's true identity. They make it difficult for me to love them as I should, but I forgive and love them on the inside, even if I don't always express it. God understands what I'm talking about. My brothers and I never discussed it until Christmas of 2007, 38 years later. When I questioned Marco whether he remembered anything, he informed me that an angel had asked him not to discuss it. After a week, I asked Carlin what had happened. He claimed we died and were saved by an angel. He claimed to have seen the film as well. I'm not sure why, but we never got too far into this discussion. I believe we are afraid of something happening because we were asked not to. You know why you haven't heard from me. As I grow older, I feel compelled to tell the world that God and heaven exist. While discussing something, I must be extremely cautious. I don't feel like I'm the one writing this, but rather my soul. I hope that one day, the human race, God's sons and daughters, will live on earth with the love and peace that I felt, and realize that we are one. That does it for today's video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment below.